Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name is Max, and this is Lewin here. And we're back with another Pauper League. I know in the last video I was getting pretty fed up with Chatterstorm, but I've actually been working on this brew a little bit, and I want to kind of show it off and work on it some more. So we're going to play some more Pauper. We're going to play a league here. And this deck has something that Lewin is never, and that is late to dinner. And this deck is pretty sweet. Before I get into the deck tech, let me shout out the channel real quick. It's youtube.com/snapbolt. And all I'm going to say is, if you want to support me, if you like the content that I've been making, please subscribe to the channel. There's a link down below in the description to do so. You can also click on Loon's face, crazy face in the bottom right here. So I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, what is this deck? This deck is basically blue-white Reanimator. It's pretty sweet. I got this idea like when I was playing black-white Reanimator and it wasn't really working out. You ready to go, dude? All right, you can go. He's out. I got this idea when I was playing blue-black Reanimator and it wasn't really working out. And I was like, well, white has this new Reanimate spell at late to dinner, and maybe I can somehow make that work. So let me go through this deck tech. This deck is honestly pretty sweet, and I think it's relatively strong. The problem is you're going to be a dog to Chatterstorm for sure, but against other mid-range slash value decks, I think you're actually pretty well positioned with this build. And there is something we can do against Chatterstorm moving forward, which I'll get to. Okay, so we have late to dinner. This is a 4-mana reanimate spell that makes a food. But we also have this card, and you might not be familiar with it. If you are, it's a sweet one. It's 2-mana enchantment. Whenever a creature is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you may sacrifice Angelic Renewal. If you do, return that card to the battlefield. So basically what this says is, if you have a creature in play, and that creature were to die, it dies, and then Angelic Renewal triggers, you can sacrifice this enchantment and bring that creature back. Okay? So seems pretty straightforward, but this card works really well with evoke creatures like Muldrifter. So if you go turn 2 Renewal, it's just sitting on the battlefield, turn 3 land, evoke Muldrifter, it goes evoke trigger on the stack, you draw 2 because it entered the battlefield, then this dies to evoke, Angelic Renewal trigger, you sacrifice Renewal and bring back Muldrifter. So that's kind of the combo. Then you have Muldrifter in play, you've drawn 4 cards. And similarly, just like Renewal, we're also an Ephemerate deck. So we can also just go turn 4, Muldrifter, 1 mana left, Ephemerate the Muldrifter, and then upkeep Ephemerate again, draw an insane amount of cards. And typically this wasn't a good enough strategy just with Muldrifter. There wasn't enough things to sacrifice. But now we have this new Modern Horizons 2 card in Soul of Migration. 7 mana, 2/4 flying. When it ETBs, create 2 1/1 white bird creature tokens with flying, and it has evoke for 4. So if you have a Renewal in play, and you just evoke a Soul of Migration, you end up with 4 bird tokens and a 2/4 flying. And if you just start ephemerating this, you're just making 2 birds every time you're doing so. It's a pretty sweet combo. Then we have the late game still of Mnemonic Wall, plus Stonehorn Dignitary, and just like ephemerating, getting back counter spells, kind of to lock them out. And other than that, we're basically just a blue-white control deck. A couple of Inspectors for ephemerate value, 3 Journey to Nowhere, because that's all I could really fit. Could be 4 Journey, 2 Counterspell, but I think 3/3 is a decent split right now. A couple of Seagate Oracles for additional ephemerate targets, plus just card advantage, just solid body. 4 Ponder, 4 Preordain, because cantrips are busted. And 20 lands, including 3 bounce lands, just to get a lot of mana in the late game, which is pretty good. You want a lot of mana to be able to like hard cast this, to be able to cast Muldrifters with counterspells up, cast Mnemonic Wall with counterspell up, stuff like that. And then in the sideboard, it's really hateful. 4 Dust to Dust for Affinity, a lot of cards for Chatterstorm, Hydroblast, Dispel, and Negate. And I found actually Echoing Truth not to be that good anymore, because most of the Chatterstorm decks play Seal of Fires, which just counters Echoing Truth. So I'd rather just counter like their instants, and Negate seems pretty good against them, so I'm going to try some Negates. And then right now, 4 Dawnbringer Clerics, 2 mana, 1/3, and it gains 2 life, destroys an enchantment, or exiles a card from a graveyard. So something really good to flicker with Ephemerate. And we can just gain a bunch of life first burn, we can destroy a bunch of enchantments. And I've actually been working on this deck a little bit, so it's been changing. And I actually have made another change or two. We can see Blue-White Reanimator 2 right here. I'm going to get into that as I play the games. but I've already made one or two cards, like a couple cards switched from this list. And I guess I'll just get into it now, so it's no surprise. But this is the list I'm actually playing the league with. I couldn't record the first match, unfortunately, but we were able to beat the Mono White Menace, Mono White Heroic. And I think Stonehorn Dignitary is actually exactly where you want to be in this deck. And I realized that this is probably what you want to be doing against Chatterstorm because they have no answers to this. They can't duress it. They can't kill it with Seal of Fire. So if you Stonehorn Dignitary, they can't attack that turn. And then if you start Ephemerate looping, there's just nothing they can do. They can't win, I don't think. So that's the plan against Chatterstorm. And as you can see here with the updates, I did add 2 more Stonehorn Dignitaries to the sideboard, cut a Dawnbringer Cleric and a Negate to make room for those. And then I also realized after playing a couple games with the deck that Custody Squire could be a sweet, is that how you say it? Custody Squire could be a sweet addition as well. 5 mana 3/3 flying that can return an artifact, creature, or enchantment. And you can choose which one of those to get back. And this is just a nice one to have because you can just get back Angelic Renewal in certain spots, or you can get back creatures. It just seems like good value, and just a 1-of I think is nice. And I cut a counterspell for that because I found counterspell to be kind of clunky when I'm trying to tap out for a lot of big stuff here. So this is where the deck would be at next league. But again, I wasn't able to record the first game of the league. This is where we're starting. I'll continue to make changes throughout the league. That's what I do basically when I'm testing, is I'll join a league, and then as I play a game, I go, oh, I actually want 2 more Stonehorns. I go to the deck editor, add them, and then continue to play the league usually, and then just make changes to decks that way as I'm playing, as I'm going. But it's been kind of a long deck tech, a lot to talk about with this one. Pretty sweet. Ephemerate Muldrifter is awesome. Ephemerate Soul Migration, same thing. And Angelic Renewal is a sleeper. I think this card's strong now that there's enough good evoke creatures to go with it. I really like this deck. I think it has potential, especially post like Chatterstorm ban, so I want to keep working on it. And let's go, round 2. We're 1-0 in the league. Again, beat Mono White Heroic. I'll see you in round 2. All right, welcome to round 2. Again, couldn't record the first match, unfortunately. We kind of crushed Heroic just with Stonehorn Dignitaries. Would you like to play first? Yes. This hand is very slow, but it's actually, I think, keepable. Because if we draw any land, we have turn 4 Soul of Migration plus this renewal. And if we don't draw lands, hopefully we're drawing spells that we can cast. So I think this is a keep. Swamp go, huh? No idea what we're up against. Ooh, Thraben Inspector. It would have been good last turn, but I'm still going to just be mana efficient here and play Renewal. Because next turn I can go Inspector plus Crack Clue. So, it seems pretty sweet actually. Still not the worst draw. Looking for another land. Swamp. Is this Mono Black Control? I would love to play against Mono Black Control with our Angelic Renewal deck. That would be fantastic. Ooh, Chancery. That's got to be better than Crack and Clue because that guarantees we can just Soul of Migration next turn. Another nice thing about Renewal, it says you may sacrifice it. So you can just go like Thraben, and if the opponent like edicts us and kills this, I'm just not going to sack Renewal. And I think, again, playing Chancery has got to be the right call here. Unless we get like, they play like a land destruction spell or something. This is going to be sweet. Yeah, so I'm just definitely not going to sack Renewal. No, because then next turn I'm just going to evoke Soul of Migration and just make 5 creatures. Alright, Chitter. Chitter is fine. Doesn't matter what I put back. Then they know about the planes, so I'm just going to play that and evoke the Soul. This should be a good matchup for us. So hopefully we just continue to dodge Chatterstorm here. And then I'll say yes to this. Yeah, they can have targeted removal for Soul, but otherwise this is a pretty massive board on turn 4. And we're getting close to hard casting this as well. We can just start attacking with everything in the air potentially. Or just even leaving back Soul. We'll see. Another Soul. I mean, I can just evoke another Soul here. And then either attack for 4 or for 6 in the air. I can't play Mnemonic Wall yet because I don't have anything to get back. I think Evoking Soul is what I want to do. I'm just deciding if I want to attack with everything or leave this back to like block the 2/2s. If I attack for 6, I put them to 13, and then I'll have 8 power. If I attack for 4, I only put them to 15. But I have a good blocker to stay at a higher life total. I think I'm just going to go Evoke. I think attacking with everything is fine here. I don't really care about taking 4 too much. I just want to start attacking for as much as I can. A Gray Merchant next turn could be kind of annoying, but again, I still just want to be hitting in the air for as much as possible. Another Rager. Wow. So they're down to 12, and I have a bunch of power. So unless they have like some type of Wrath, they're probably going to die. I guess they could go land Gray Merchant next turn, which would be pretty annoying. Ooh, that is really good, actually. Now I can go attack with everything, Soul of Migration, evoke trigger on the stack, ephemerate it, and then next turn Mnemonic Wall, get back ephemerate. So you can see this deck is pretty powerful if the opponents are doing anything fair. It's really strong. I guess they could have another Defile, but I feel like they would have played it already here. So let's go evoke, and then ephemerate. I think it's worth it. If they have the Defile, I can just Demonic Wall next turn. Okay, nice. Just going off here. Playing Infinite Soul of Migrations this game. This is pretty sweet. This is fun. Now, even if they Gray Merchant, they'd just still be dead. That was nuts. They probably had some like edicts and stuff in hand, which is just not good against infinite birds. Wow. We had Ephemerate coming down again. See what we would have drawn. Just land. All right. Looks that was sweet. Okay. I mean, we can bring in Negate and or Dispel. Our main deck is already set up essentially for maximum value. I kind of like just running it back, no sideboard. They have a fair amount of creatures, but they do have some removal. I mean, Negate isn't bad. I think Journey to Nowhere is actually totally fine against them. Just take out a 2/2. I think I'm just in a not sideboard. I guess Stonehorn doesn't necessarily do that much, but I mean, stopping them from attacking can be pretty relevant. Could have like negates instead of the Stonehorns, or even go down 1 for a negate. Or even dispels. And I feel like just having access to Stonehorn can be good. Just making them drain us out or have a bunch of removal. I like it. That was pretty sweet. We had all 3 of our Soul. Is it Soul of Migration? What is it? What is it called? Soul of Migration. Yeah. So let's close that. We have to mulligan this one island, no cantrip hand. Not gonna work. This is much better. This hand's great. Love it. Keep. I could put back Tranquil Cove. It's kind of weird, but it seems like a decent play. I mean, I kind of want more lands. I don't know if I need this Journey to Nowhere. I could just put back Journey to Nowhere. Keep all the lands. I'm going to do that. It's a little bit greedy too, to put back my only removal spell when I don't really have much removal in the deck. But I think just cantripping like on turn 1 and then turn 2 cantrip plus Thraben Inspector is just going to be a pretty nice curve. That'll give us plenty to do. Ooh, could even just play that on 2. Especially if we find a Muldrifter here. Wow, these are both solid. Let's just go top. Now next turn I can just go Tranquil Cove plus Ponder, and then turn 3 Seagate Oracle. We'll see. I could also just play Angelic Renewal next turn. That's not bad. I think I like Ponder to start. Okay, these have got to be good. Because, okay, I can play Tranquil Cove this turn. Again, I can take it really slow here. And then turn 3, I could play Renewal plus Tranquil Cove. And then turn 4, I could just Soul of Migration, Evoke. Seems good to me. I don't even know if I need to... It just seems like a good play. Then I get my tap lands out of the way, kind of. I do want this extra Angelic Renewal. It just seems so good in this matchup. So let's just do it. Tranquil Cove, go. Then I can have my choice of playing Seagate Oracle next turn or Angelic Renewal plus tap land. Oh wow, they have land destruction. Okay. That's actually fine still. Now I'm just going to play Renewal. Next turn I could even play Renewal plus tap land. Rager is fine. I could also play Ash Barrens plus Seagate Oracle next turn, so I have a blocker. I'm not taking damage. Then I don't even necessarily get to Soul of Migration next turn. Might just be fine. I don't really want to take damage. Just Seagate here. I think I'm just going to take Island. If they're on the land destruction plan, I'd just rather have a lot of lands, and I don't really need Stonehorn at this point in the game. Is this a Gary? Or just another 3-drop, like a Chitter or something? Oh, wow. I mean, this is fine. This is definitely fine. Ooh, Late to Dinner is actually great. I can reanimate this after, like, I go through, like, an Evoke cycle. Okay, let's just play another copy of Renewal plus tap land. Pass. And if they Edict us here, we can choose to just even bring back a Seagate. It's not bad. All right, opponent cast Chitter, that's fine. Doesn't really matter what we put back. Oh, they cast Rager and Chitter that turn. Sorry, I had to pause for a second. Okay, let's go. Land just evoke Soul of Migration? Yeah. I mean, if they're just going to be spending their turns like land destruction, yeah, we have a lot of card advantage, a lot of ways to just find our lands. So I'm just going to say yes to only one of these because it won't work with the second one because it's already back in play. So I have to say no. But now if they like kill this, I can just Renewal again. So they kind of need a Wrath now. And then again, this is why this card is pretty strong because whenever they're going to kill one of my creatures, I can just choose to Renewal. I mean, this is a pretty big Gray Merchant. But I can start attacking in the air. They can't play any Edicts. Otherwise, I get to just Soul of Migration again. Mole Drifter. Okay, well, I think I'm just going to go Evoke Mole Drifter, trigger Renewal, just draw like a million cards here. Seems good to me. Let me just pause 1 second. Okay, we're good to go. We stack these triggers. Okay, and then Evoke, and then I'm going to bring this back. Yes, I want to do it. Draw 2 more cards. We actually have not hit any lands. I think I want to preordain looking for a land here, because I just want to keep hitting land drops. All right. Now I can... Now do I want to draw the Stonehorn next turn? I mean, it is pretty good, because then I can just start attacking with everything in the air, and they won't be able to attack back. I don't even know if I need the Stonehorn. I feel like I can just bottom it. Bottom, top, play Cove. If they have like a million Gray Merchants, it could get rough. I guess I can't attack with Soul of Migration here. I just have to attack only for 4 in the air. But we're looking good. The opponent with only 1 card in hand, and us with 5 and double Late to Dinner. So any removal we're good against. Another Gray Merchant's bad. Yeah. If they draw or have drawn another Gray Merchant, we're kind of in trouble. But they still don't have attacks. We have another renewal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I take them down to 6 and they can play another Gary, then we still die to that. So if they have a third Gary, we die, but we don't have a counterspell yet, so there's nothing we can do there. So I have 5 mana. Probably the line is I can't go renewal into soul. So probably the line is go renewal, Thraben Inspector, Journey to Nowhere. Do I just get a Gary out of there because it's a 2/4? Probably. Just get this one, doesn't matter. And then I can just attack for 6 in the air, I think. I think this is 3 blockers is enough, especially if I'm eating one of their 2/2s. I can block with my other 2 creatures. I could choose to just not attack with Mole Drifter, because if they don't have another Gary, it makes their attacks much, much worse. I'm just going to attack for 4. I just need to find one of the counter spells at this point, which we have 3 of in this build, so still looking solid for us here. They play Swamp, which is good. Now we just need them to not have Gary. If they find it, we lose, but if we find counterspell first, then we win, so. Okay, let's just play the Seagate Oracle. I guess I could play Soul of Migration. Evoked. I'd kind of, again, rather just try to find counterspell. Journey to Nowhere plus Ash Barrens. Let's just take Journey. Get the other Gray Merchant out of there. This way we don't die to Gray Merchant until they play one more Black Pip. And all of these attack. Now I can attack with Mole Drifter. Could even attack with Soul of Migration as well. 6, 7, 8. Then I have a 3-turn clock. Then I don't eat any of their stuff if they attack. I'm just fine to attack with this. I can add more power to the board next turn by playing Soul. But yeah, this matchup just seems great for us. Another land, that sucks for them. They're kind of flooded. This deck is just actually pretty fun to play too. Especially once we go up to 4 Stonehorn. I want to see how we do against Chatterstorm. And there it is. Nice. Now we're safe. Now no reason to even tap out without counterspell up. So I'm just going to crack Clue. Oh, Ephemerate. Wow. That was a great draw. Now we can just attack with everything in the air. And then we can just Ephemerate either Soul of Migration or Mole Drifter. And we have counterspell up as well. So just looking solid here. Even have Renewal still sitting here on the battlefield. This card's really sweet. I've always wanted to make this card work. And I think this game is how you do so. Nice. This deck is how you do so. Nice. Advance to 2-0. Haven't lost a game with the deck yet. And let's go to round 3. See you there. All right, welcome to round 3. Keep this hand. This hand looks great. Not great, but not bad. Totally keepable. Cantrips are pretty busted. Say hi to our opponent. I like having the chat compared to Arena where you can't say anything to your opponent. Just a lot of times you want to just tell them like, oh, that's a cool deck. Are you running this? Or are you doing this? Or, hey, like, cool to meet you. Or just stuff like that. And if people start off in the chat, I love it. I think it's fun. So I like to see it. Opponent on the Multi 6 here. Leo Bertucci. Okay. Name sounds familiar, but obviously we haven't played them this league. They're on the Multi 6. I guess they're determining what to put back or if they're going to go to 5. I think they're going to keep this 6. They've been on it for a while. Let's see here. Let's give them a second. All right. Opponent keeps 6. I mean, I think drawing all these lands is great. Plus Ephemerate is another good card. Like next turn I can just play Chancery and then turn 3 Seagate or leave up Counterspell if that's what we have to do, but it seems great. And I don't need Ephemerate for a little while. I can just put that last. We'll just draw like this. Doesn't really make a difference. Let's see what we're up against. We're in the 2-0 bracket now, so yeah. Okay, there's Duress. I was thinking about not having Chancery in my hand to not show it to them, but if I'm going to play it this turn regardless, I might as well. So this could just be affinity with main deck Duress. It's probably what it is. Yeah, we have 4 Dust to Dust in the sideboard, so that's good. I think this matchup should be reasonable for us, especially post-board. Let's definitely take a Preordain over another land. We don't need any more lands. Now we have Ephemerate and Preordain here. Looking good. Kind of just developing. And wow, it looks like opponent doesn't have any more lands, which is good and bad for us because it means they have a lot of gas in their hand. They have a lot of stuff to do. But it means it might be difficult for them to keep developing. I don't hate just like attacking for 1 and ephemerating right now, because then I guarantee to at least resolve the first copy, get a Seagate Oracle trigger. Why don't I just start with Preordain if I'm going to do that? Oh, I can't. I'll start with attacking, and then I'll tap Chancery, play Preordain. Yeah, I think this is the line. Okay. Don't know if we're going to need this Stonehorn. Seems actually pretty good. And also, I kind of forgot to mention during the deck tech, there's a lot going on with this deck, but Mnemonic Wall plus Late to Dinner is really tough to deal with because anytime an opponent kills Mnemonic Wall, you just Late to Dinner, get the Mnemonic Wall back, and then you get Late to Dinner back with the Mnemonic Wall ability. So you can just keep looping if you play it correctly, and there's just like you can inevitably bring it back if they can't exile your yard. I mean, I do like Thraben here. Just wondering if we need Stonehorn. Might be necessary if they play a bunch of like Mirror Enforcers. I think I want to keep it. So let's just top. And then I can go play Thraben Inspector, and I could just leave up Ephemerate. There's no rush. But again, I could just do it now and continue to draw cards. I wouldn't be able to play the Tranquil Cove this turn, but I think that's actually fine. Let's play Thraben. You know what? Actually, I'm fine to just play Plains, pass the turn. If they try to kill any of my stuff, I can Ephemerate. If they don't, I can just crack Clue. I think I'm fine to just wait. Yeah. Multiple Mirror Enforcers. Okay, well, I'm definitely happy. 3 Mirror Enforcers. Well, I'm really happy we and an Atog, 0 cards left. Wow. Well, I'm super happy that we kept the Stonehorn Dignitary on top. I think I might want to just make them start skipping as many combat steps as possible. Like I can just go crack Clue right now, draw the Stonehorn, play it, and play Ephemerate on it right now while we know we can resolve it, have them skip their next 2 combats, and then just keep having them skip combat steps while we eventually then Mnemonic Wall back Ephemerate and keep Ephemerate looping and just never let them attack. That's the plan. I'm really happy I kept the Stonehorn if that was their hand. Jeez. Preordain. No time for that yet, but that's okay. Let's go Stonehorn. They skip their combat step. I think I'm down to just do this now. They have to draw into Ephemerate or Gallop Blast right now if they were going to do so. So they skip their next 2 combats right now. And they do stack up just like extra turns. So if you flicker 10 times, they skip 10 combats. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to never let them attack, basically. Pretty annoying. I know Ephemerate is a card that I thought could be banned from Pauper a while ago, but it's not. So we're going to utilize it. Just like anybody still playing Chatterstorm. Can't fault them. Land plus another copy of a Tog. Man, I guess they could find Fling at some point, but we can also find Counterspell. So they're already skipping their next combat. I wonder if I want to start drawing more cards. think I want to just have them keep skipping combats for now. Another copy of Ephemerate. That's great. I think I want to just go play Mnemonic Wall, get back Ephemerate, play a tap land. Seems solid. Also, should probably start playing faster. Gonna try to use my hotkeys because this deck can take a long time to win. Now we need to find a Soul of Migration to start attacking in the air. They skip that combat. They're gonna skip another one here. Let's go cycle this for Island. I'm just gonna try to play fast at this point because I think we have it kind of locked up, and both of these are just fantastic, right? I guess I can just Muldrifter Ephemerate this turn and draw a bunch of cards. Top. And go evoke Muldrifter. And then Ephemerate that. Draw 2. Ephemerate this. Draw 2. Another copy of Ephemerate. And then I can Ephemerate either Mnemonic Wall or just Stonehorn Dignitary right now, which I think I'm going to do. Let's just do it. Just start stacking up these extra turns. Pass. Then I can start attacking in the air. I don't really even need to draw any more cards at this point. I think we have it locked up because if they kill any of our stuff, we can just bring it back, which will ensure, that it will not be late to dinner. Cast without paying its mana cost. Let's just get Mnemonic Wall. This is where I gotta practice my combos a little bit here. Let's yield to that. Always yes. Always yield. And then Mnemonic Wall. Wall trigger, target this. We gotta pop this out. This is where it gets tough to play. Use the ability yes. Land. And then I can just go play Angelic Renewal just for security. And then go just have them keep skipping combats. Yield to this. We do need to find counterspell, so I guess I should start drawing cards as well. They're already skipping like, I don't know, 3 or 4 extra combats. I honestly lost count. A million Ephemerates going off here. Cycle this. Get another Plains at this point. Pass the turn. Now we're just looking for counterspell. Then that should have it pretty locked up because we can always counterspell and then Ephemerate. Okay, yield to these. Then we just start flickering Mnemonic Wall. Getting back all our Ephemerates. Pretty dumb. Now we have the triggers like auto yielded to pretty nicely. So this should be a little bit faster. Yes. Getting back infinite copies. Let's attack for 2. And then start just, I guess, drawing more cards. We do want to find counterspell. And I'm fine to discard some cards here. Let's just play Renewal. It's just Ephemerate. Draw more cards. I guess I can evoke Ephemerate here. Because I want to get another Muldrifter in play. Draw 2. Ephemerate here. We haven't found counterspell yet. Still haven't found it. That's fine. Let's see. Already played a land. Decide if we need to do anything else. I mean, I guess I can just cast Journey, because if we find another Journey, then we can just get both of their Togs out of there as well, which should be good enough. And pass the turn. I have to discard multiple cards. I guess I don't need another Renewal. Okay, looking good. Don't know if I took that turn perfectly, but again, I just need to continue to play fast at this point. Don't want to lose to clock, and that's something that can certainly happen with this deck. The deck is feeling great. Like, they can't kill any of our stuff right now. Double Renewal in play. Kark Clan Shaman. Okay. Doesn't kill our flyers. And they can kill some of our small ground creatures, but that just doesn't matter. And if they want to kill Mnemonic Wall, they lose basically their entire board. Still has one more combat left to skip, so they still skip their next combat. It's nice that it keeps track of it for you here, though. I do need to start flickering Stonehorn again. Which one is it? It's this one. It's Mnemonic Wall. Wonder if they just go quad Cart Clan here. I'd be fine with that. So we can just late to dinner and then just continue to loop. They should have done it already if they were going to do it to strand these ephemerates in exile, but we have one in hand, so that wouldn't even be a problem. Yes. They just choose not to do that. They honestly can't. They can't sack their entire board like that. I just don't think they can do that. There's another renewal. Let's attack for 4. I gotta start flickering the Stonehorn here. I can also just play another Stonehorn as well. But also, again, need to find Counterspell, because if they find Fling, they might have enough artifacts to just sack their board, fling us. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's enough. So still need Counterspell at this point. Let's just... this could be wrong, because I think they're skipping one more combat, but I just want to be safe. Let's just evoke Moldrifter here. Use one of the renewals. Why not? Draw 2. No. Still no Counterspell. Say no to that. Let's go Ponder. Shuffle. Again, just looking only for Counterspell at this point. Ponder. Well, there's another Journey, so that should do it. Shuffle Library, no. I guess I can just play Island. Play Journey to Nowhere, get the other Atog. Now we're pretty safe. And now I can just pass the turn. Sweet. Now I can just start attacking in the air. Again, still want to find Counterspell, but only 19 cards left in the deck. 3 Counterspell in the deck. So pretty unlucky to not find it up to this point. Just untap here. Just start cycling this as usual. The Ephemerate, like Mnemonic Wall / Archaeomancer Loop, is pretty dumb. It's pretty tough to interact with. Okay, they're going for the Cart Clan for 4. And again, this is totally fine with us, because we can just start casting these late to dinners. And they have to like sack so much. This only deals damage to creatures without flying. So I don't know why they didn't sack all their 4/4s, because those die. Oh, they're just doing extra sacks? Okay, this is fine. Let's say no. We can even just Angelic Renewal back our Mnemonic Wall. No. Okay, which one is which? So this one's the Stonehorn Dignitary. I'm going to say no. And this one's the Mnemonic Wall. I'm going to say yes. Oh shit, I should I have a counterspell in the yard that we already used. Okay, so there was only 2 counterspells. The Galvanic Blast, a Moldrifter. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Then yes. And let these go off, and then they concede. Okay. Whew. We used a little bit more time than we should have there, but that's okay. Quad Dust to Dust coming in. Trip Hydroblast coming in. 2 Stonehorns does seem like a good amount for this matchup. I think I can go down 1 copy. We didn't even show them this, I don't think. Can go down a copy of Ephemerate. Thrabins are like reasonable chump blockers. I think I can go down a Counterspell, bring in multiple Hydroblasts. Can go down a couple cantrips. Can go down 1 renewal, 1 late to dinner. Soul of Migration is also a little weaker in this matchup because they have so many 4/4s. Like the 2/4 not actually that big, but it is nice to have a couple to be able to fly over and win the game with. This deck is honestly feeling pretty strong again against non-Chatterstorm opponents, especially with 4 Dust to Dust in the sideboard. We can even have more Affinity Hate if we choose to in the future with like some Revoke Existence or something. All right, let's do this. Let's go. Same looks fine. I think I like 2 Seagate Oracle. We could play the blue-white artifact Thopter, but we don't ever get the gain life out of it because we don't really play artifacts. So I don't think that's good. Ooh, that is really tempting. Let's see if we can find another actual planes. I mean, both of these are just so good. I won't be able to cast Dust to Dust on 3 unless I Chancery discard a card, but honestly, I think that's going to be worth it to turn 3 exile 2 lands. I think I want both of these, so. I mean, I can plan on just going Renewal into Evoke Moldrifter, draw a bunch of cards, but I don't even need to draw cards that quickly. It's just top. I'd rather draw the counterspell later because they could duress us next turn. I guess then they're taking Dust to Dust. If that was the case, then we would obviously just go with the renewal line, but here gonna have to play Chancery in order to get the double white, and then I guess I'm just discarding Island. Kind of sucks, but honestly I think it's worthwhile in order to play this next turn. You can just exile 2 lands. 3 mana double Stone Rain is pretty solid. If only we were on the play, but again, still looking fine. Dust to Dust is insane in this deck. We can just Mnemonic Wall back Dust to Dust. Start looping it. Love it. Honestly, yeah, this deck seems strong. I don't think we've lost a game with it yet. There's an Atog. Okay, that is annoying, but this is going to be annoying for them too. Exile 2 lands. They can eat them with Atog if they want. Sure. Now they're down to 2 artifacts in play. They do have more lands. Okay, that was good. They can hit us for a bunch of damage here if they choose. Not sure what I'm going to do next turn. I guess it just depends what we draw. Oh, that was good. We can get this back. I think I like just Seagate Oracle here. We can just chump the Atog next turn. I guess I like another Chancery. We can just play that now. 7 cards in hand. We have 5 mana next turn. We could just go Renewal into Evoke Moldrifter if we want to draw that many cards. I'm probably just casting Mnemonic Wall next turn, getting this back. And I'm going to definitely chump Atog here, so that's something as well. Interesting. Because I played Chancery, I can't really go like Renewal plus leave up counter next turn, but I think I want a Mnemonic Wall, get back Dust to Dust no matter what. And I can just chump Atog with Mnemonic Wall. They have to sack 2 things. They're going to have to sack 1 artifact to kill Seagate, and then they're going to have to sack 2 artifacts to kill Mnemonic Wall. So as long as we keep throwing stuff in front of the Atog and like getting value while we're doing it, that's a decent plan against that deck. Especially since we can just blow up 2 more lands with this. And people do not have much graveyard hate right now, so I think that makes this deck even a little bit better positioned. And you can always build the deck slightly differently with like go down 1 or 2 late to dinner and just rely more on a flicker loop, because graveyard hate notoriously isn't that great against the flicker combos. It's just hard. It's really hard to set up. There's no like rest in peace or anything. And if you just have relic, it's hard to make it work. Okay, 4/4. Do they have another one? They do not. Definitely chumping here. Could have just taken it. They didn't really have much going on, but I still think I like jumping there. Okay. I could preordain looking for Journey, but I think I just like Mnemonic Wall, get back Dust to Dust. Seems just fantastic. And again, I can just throw the Mnemonic Wall in front of the Atog. All right, I'm getting better at these hotkeys finally. It's really critical to use the hotkeys when you're playing a deck like this. Okay, this is bad. We could die here potentially. But if we don't, then we get to cast another Dust to Dust next turn. Oh man, if they have Fling, we die? Looks like they don't have it. Oh, maybe they do. Or are we just dead to this? 8, 11, 15, 19 exactly. Oh, they have the Fling also. Okay, well, we got crushed there. We kind of just didn't have an answer for this. No Hydroblast, no Journey. I guess I should have cast Preordain. I mean, they had Fling, they had Galvblast into extra artifacts plus Fling, so they had it all. So could have played it differently, but I still like the line we took. All right, let's run it back. I don't think I want Dispel or Negate. First game loss with the deck, and felt like we still could have won that. I think this is actually a mulligan. I just want to be able to like actually cast Dust to Dust, and one Chancery doesn't work. We're on 5. This could be our first match loss. Let's keep. Put back Soul plus Ash Barrens, I think. Could put back Ephemerate. It's probably best. Ponder. Okay. Now this is great because I can just go turn 2 Renewal, turn 3 Muldrifter, and just draw a bunch of cards here. So let's play around Duress by going Ephemerate last, Renewal second, draw Island. And then next turn we can just draw the Angelic Renewal and play it. And then turn 3 evoke Muldrifter, play around Duress. Nice. Well, this is a good 5, so we might just be fine. Opponent kept 7 pretty quickly as well, though. Now we just evoke Muldrifter, draw 4 cards, have a Muldrifter in play. Witching Well, it's fine. Now we're just looking for Dust to Dust at this point. We're also drawing an Ephemerate, so if they don't kill this quickly, then we're just, yeah, looking great. It's a nice, like, turn 2, turn 3 play here. Get it back. Hydroblast, Journey to Nowhere, Preordain, all great draws. We're going to need to cycle this Ashburn for planes at some point, but no huge rush. Oh wow, do they not have another land? Oh, they do. Mirror Enforcer. Interesting if they have Galvblast up. They should probably cast it now if they do. Otherwise, they get kind of wrecked. Okay, and there's the Dust to Dust off the top. I mean, they did play Great Furnace that turn, but I feel like exiling 2 of their lands here is just going to be fantastic. We also just still get to leave up height. Oh, no, we don't. We don't get to leave anything up, but I still think it's worth it. Just exiling 2 lands here really limits what they can do. So let's just do that. I guess if they go Galvblast the Muldrifter right now, it's kind of annoying, but I think we can beat that. Could have attacked first. Now they're just on 1 land. I guess I could have killed Mirror Enforcer plus land, but I honestly don't know if that's right. I think just killing the lands is good. We can answer a 4/4. Maybe they don't have any more lands here. They do, but it's a tap land. Okay. Thraben Inspector, not bad. Let's lead on Preordain. There's a Soul of Migration. That's going to be great. Because I can go Soul of Migration, Ephemerate that with Hydroblast up next turn. I like it. So let's top this, go play land, play Thraben Inspector, play Journey to Nowhere. It's possible I shouldn't even Journey this, but I think I kind of have to. I have a Hydroblast for Natog as well, so looking good on that front. Yeah, then next turn we just have Soul of Migration plus Ephemerate plus Hydroblast, unless we have to. If they play a Tog, I'm going to counter it. I don't want to let them sack this. Mirror Enforcer resolves. And that does not resolve. Okay. Kind of running out of cards. That's because we mulliganed to 5. Wow. Kind of want to just exile 2 more lands here. I can exile Mirror Enforcer plus land at this point. Honestly, that's probably worth it. Can't let them just have the 4/4. I want to represent Counterspell rather than Cracking Clue right now. If it makes them scared to like play something that they want to play, then it's good for us. Okay, they have another Atog. That's something. And another land. Wow. Crack Clue. There was a tap land that we could have played. Okay. They're tapped out right now. So we're going to be able to resolve this combo. Evoke that. Let's ephemerate it. Get 4 1/1s. Get a 2/4 as well. Play a tap land. Pass the turn. Looking solid here. We can also just throw the Soul of Migration in front of the Atog. They have to sack 2 things to deal with this. And putting this in the graveyard is kind of better because we have 2 late to dinner in the deck. I mean, I guess not because we have Ephemerate coming down next turn. We probably just want to blink this again. I guess I just block here at this point. If they want to kill the Thraben, they have to sack it or Wellspring, which they're going to do. And then I'll just Ephemerate the Soul on upkeep. Galvanic Blast would certainly be annoying. We don't have it. That's good. Oh, Mnemonic Wall. Jeez. All right, let's attack with everything and then just Mnemonic Wall back Ephemerate. And that should probably be enough. Because then we can just start looping Mnemonic Wall whenever. Get back Ephemerate. I'll just probably blink the Mnemonic Wall on their upkeep because it looks like they don't have any answers to it right now. And I don't want them to be able to find an answer. I can get back Dust to Dust here. Oh, I could have gotten back Hydroblast, kill this. Oh, we might lose now. This might have been a mistake. Could have gotten back Hydroblast, kill this. I mean, this is the better value play, obviously. I guess I'm just getting back Hydroblast right now. Okay. I mean, we have to just not die this turn, which we're not likely to do. They don't have that many artifacts out. Maybe Temur Battle Rage could somehow kill us, but maybe we can play around that as well. We have Ephemerate coming back down. We're still looking great here. Especially now with the Hydroblast. We can get back a Dust to Dust next turn, most likely, if they can't deal with this. Just looking solid here. 4 Dust to Dust. Matchup still super, super close. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's not enough. Temur Battle Rage could do it. Might want to just play around that. Because like I can start looping Dust to Dust here. The Ephemerate late game is one of the strongest late games you can have in Pauper. The fact that they're thinking a lot is a good sign for us. They have another land, okay. They might be trying to find the combo. Most people do not have Temur Battle Rage, but I mean, people certainly still play it. Don't know if I can play around it at this point. They should sack this. Companion, that's a good sign for me. I mean, maybe not if they just have enough artifacts. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 14, 17 damage. Oh no. Well, if they... Okay, now they can't fling us. Okay, we're good, we're good. They're attacking with a Tog. Do I chump with Soul of Migration here? Probably not. I'll just chump with a bird. Rebound. We have to pop everything out, which is kind of annoying. Flicker Mnemonic Wall, get back Ephemerate. Yes. Oh, Stonehorn Dignitary. That's actually a nice one. Let's Flicker Mnemonic Wall. Get back Dust to Dust. Yes. Just exile these two. Hydroblast this. Attack with everything. Alright, nice. We still have Ephemerate coming down again next turn. And a Stonehorn in hand. They just weren't able to find the combo this time. Nice. Continue with the undefeated record of this deck, beating Affinity, one of the top decks in the format. That was sweet. Nice. Soul of Migration doing it. I mean, mostly Ephemerate doing it, but... and how many... We cast Dust to Dust 3 times that game. Still could have lost. Wow. That deck is really strong. Nice. Advance to 3-0. See you in round 4. All right. 3-0. Welcome to round 3, or round 4, excuse me. It's Joel Scott. They keep the game. I can't not speak right now. They begin the game with 7 cards in hand. We are going to begin the game with 7 cards in hand as well. His hand is totally fine. Kind of slow with our top lands, and looks like we're against Affinity again. So, Dust to Dust, do your thing. All right. Probably just playing Ponder Tranquil Cove on 2, because I don't want to have to discard if I don't have to. We won that mulligan to 5, though. Oh, excuse me. I had to put my green screen down for a second, so you gotta look at the weird optics. There we go. I used to record with no green screen, so it's nothing crazy there, but that looks better, right? That's pretty funny. Okay, let's go Preordained Tapland here. And they play Bridge into Swamp. Okay, I do not know what we're up against. Journey to Nowhere seems like a pretty nice safety net. They could just be Blue-Black Fae playing Bridge for whatever reason, because they think it's... No, they can't. They can't be Blue-Black Fae because they need Ice Tunnel for Snuff Out. So it could be Affinity with a basic Swamp. It could be some type of combo deck. It could be like a Bug or a Blue-Black mid-range deck. All that being said, I don't think I need Island, but I think I will take Journey because I feel like they're going to have creatures in their deck. And let's just play Cove and pass. Meanwhile, opponent probably has no clue what we're doing. Basic land cycle. Could be Grixis Control. Mountain. Okay, it's looking to be that way. And I like that matchup too. Any kind of like dirtily fair deck, I'm happy to play against, honestly. Bridge is weird though. Okay, so they're cleansing wildfiring themselves to ramp. That is pretty good. So it's probably like Grixis. Maybe they have the Bleak Coven Vampires. Oh, is this combo? So this becomes a 2/2. It's still a land. If the land dies, return it to its owner's hand, but we are going to Journey to Nowhere that land. Nice. Now we can go Journey to Nowhere plus Chancery as well this turn. So this is either combo with these lands or they just play a bunch of them and then I think it's combo though. I think it's combo. Wow, another Journey is a great draw. Just slamming Journey plus Chancery here. Do I want to use the ability? Yes. Oh, I don't get a choice. I have to use it. Duh. Just playing mono tap lands here, which is fine. We just took a turn off, and then we're just playing 1-drop, 2-drop on turns 2 and 3, and going from there. And if they just play another artifact or a land creature, we can just Journey that as well. All right, it's definitely land creature combo here. So got to be careful. Want to leave up our counterspell if we can. I'm not sure we're going to have that luxury though. They have 6 cards in hand, and then I just do nothing if I leave up the counterspell. I kind of want to just play Seagate Oracle plus tap land here. That's what I'm going to do. Can't be too scared. I got to develop my board. Draw more cards. And I want to play this tap land this turn. I think I'm just going to take another counterspell. Seems good in this matchup. Pass. I mean, we could get comboed here, but again, I can't play too scared. I think I do want to develop, and now I can start leaving up counterspell potentially. Especially if a Journey, if they play a land creature and don't combo right away, then I can Journey that and with counterspell up. Looks like a cool deck from our opponent though. Cleansing Wildfire my Chancery. Alright, that's annoying. But that just takes us down only 1 mana. It's not that bad. Okay. Wonder if they have any counters. Wouldn't be surprised. Angelic Renewal. I think I like just playing that and then leaving up counter. And then attack for 1. This just like leaves us safe against removal from their deck. If we want to like eventually play mnemonic walls to get back counters or stuff like that. We can play cantrips next turn. Oh, they're going to Edict us. Make us sack the Seagate Oracle. I'm fine with this. I don't need the Seagate Oracle in play. Let's pass the turn. If they play an enchant land, I'm probably just going to counter that. I don't know if their mana is good enough to play counterspell. I mean, they might just be greedy and they just might have it, but yeah, I'm just going to counter this. I want to use my mana this turn. I can save the Journey to Nowhere. I think I'm just supposed to counter, especially with another counterspell. Okay, Corrupted Xenocon. Well, we can just still Journey to Nowhere this. Still looking fine. And I think I want to get greedy looking for a land here with Ponder. Nice. I should have put land. That was a mistake. Probably won't cost us anything because I can just play another cantrip again next turn, but should have put back land there for sure. Because then I can just draw land, play 2 cantrips, but I guess it's not really that relevant. And this is really nice because I am able to deal with their land creatures. I'm taking them down on lands every time I'm doing this. So that's just really nice. Ponder, okay. So they're definitely full on combo. What is the combo? Is it... I actually forget what the combo is. Maybe there is no combo, and maybe they just play indestructible creatures over and over and over. I don't really know, actually. Let's ponder here. I think these are good enough. I can draw land. I guess I can draw Mole Drifter, evoke it, use the renewal, and then play island and have counterspell up. That seems good to me. So let's draw the Mole Drifter. Go evoke Mole Drifter. and then sack Renewal, bring Muldrifter back. We've had funny matchups this league, and this is like what I envision Pauper being without Chatterstorm in the format. Yeah, people are playing extra hate for it, but um, it's actually like a pretty good format without Chatterstorm, and Affinity does demand a bunch of sideboard hate, but still is beatable, especially with these big mid-range decks. All right, let's pass the turn. We have 7 cards in hand. We have Counterspell up. If we draw another land, we can also go Mnemonic Wall, get back Counterspell, still have Counterspell up. And opponent down to 3 cards, so we're just outvaluing them here, which is kind of our game plan. Journey to Nowhere just fantastic in this matchup. Another land, great. Do I want to just play Mnemonic Wall, getting back Counterspell here? I can also Soul of Migration Ephemerate. I think that's probably better to start with. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't have 2 Counterspell up regardless, so this just puts a lot of power into play and makes it so like I kill them quickly and I don't need to like have the game go on for so long. And yeah, they could play a removal spell here, but that'd be fine. Let's make the 1/1s before we go for Ephemerate. In case they play an Edict or something, I can sack a bird. And if they like try to counter this or kill the Soul of Migration, I might just let that happen. Just save our counterspell. Cast down. Yeah, I could counter that and make a bunch of birds. I just don't feel like that I need to. Like Ephemerate goes to the yard, that's totally fine. And now I just still have Counterspell up, plus 4 power in the air, just looking good still. Oh, Cannonade. Okay, well they only have 1 card left, so I'm still fine just letting all this happen. I can just win the long game, and I'm definitely fine letting all this happen. All right, let's preordain looking for land. I don't even know if I really need to. That was a pretty greedy play, to be honest, but we hit. So now we just get a little bit of additional value. I'm just going to get back Ephemerate here. Because we have another counter, so we can get back counter next time. I mean, this is also what I was thinking. Is this deck just blue-white control, or is it blue-white Reanimator? I mean, it's kind of just blue-white control with like a small reanimate package. I'm not sure what I should call this deck. Corrupted Zendikon. I don't want them to combo me at all. I'm just going to keep countering these things. And then I can start flickering this, getting back counter spells. Okay, well, maybe not. So they're just Grixis control. Either they use these to win, just as indestructible creatures, or they have a combo. But now I'm thinking they might just be Grixis control plus Cleansing Wildfires plus indestructible land creatures is kind of their game plan. Now we just start with Preordain. Might even just hardcast Muldrifter here. Because going for Evoke Muldrifter plus Ephemerate, I just don't think I need to do that. Let's just go bottom, top, cast. Looking for late to dinner at this point. Getting back to Mnemonic Wall would be sweet. And then get back late to dinner and just kind of keep going from there. Angelic Renewal, huh? Love it. Now if they try to kill the Muldrifter in response, we get to Ephemerate it. Oh, wow. Oh, wait, we don't get to kill it. We don't get to Ephemerate it from this. So, yeah, that's fine. They have 0 cards left. No combo that it looks like. I just don't think they can have this much removal plus a combo in their deck. I mean, maybe they have 1 card that combos with these land creatures, but I don't really think they do. Okay, they make a 4/2 indestructible trample. That's fine. We can also stop them from attacking. But now they have 0 cards left, so we've officially outground them. We can go Evoke Muldrifter plus Ephemerate, or just use the Renewal. And there's the late to dinner as well. So plenty of options here. I'm just going to start by Evoke Muldrifter plus Ephemerate. Draw 2. I'm going to Ephemerate this and just keep the Renewal in play. Draw 2 more. Evoke trigger doesn't resolve. I can just play this. Play Late to Dinner on Mnemonic Wall. And then I can get back Counterspell here. I mean, they should probably concede at this point. And pass the turn. Now I can just chump the bridge with Moldrifter, sacking Renewal if I want. But I can also just keep Renewal in play indefinitely, which would be fine as well. I can also actually just chump with Mnemonic Wall, get back another counterspell, I suppose. I'm going to use this. Yeah, I like to have one way in the deck to get back these renewals, just to continue cycling a bit better. I don't think I need another Late to Dinner. Let's just get Counterspell. This deck is pretty nuts. Just such a powerful late game. Just like basically the most inevitability I can think of. Maybe Tron has more inevitability than this deck, but it's pretty close, honestly. They're playing Cast Down. Yeah, I'm just going to counter this just because I literally have infinite counter spells at this point. I can just keep getting them back, so I might as well just counter it. Yeah, I want to use the ability. And then I just get back Ephemerate and then keep getting back Counterspell, and then that's a lock. I should yield to this. I should set up the yields. Always yield, and then cast here. Now we just have to go through the loop process because opponent is not conceding. It's always yes, always yield. We still have to say yes to it, I think, every time when you put the new triggers on the stack for some reason, but okay, now they concede. They figured out the loop. We had enough card advantage there. Okay. I mean, I don't know if we want 4 Dust to Dust because if they only have 1 artifact, we can't cast it. But that being said, they have probably 12 artifact lands. So if they ever do have 2, we can not only exile 2 lands, but if they put enchantments on their lands, then we get to like 3 or 4 for 1 them with Dust to Dust. The upside just seems too high. Dawnbringer Cleric can also blow up the enchantments that they put on their lands. So that also seems pretty good. Probably want a lot of copies of that. Negate seems great. Dispels also seems pretty great. I don't know if we need Stonehorn. Thraben is good against Edict. They probably won't even have Edict in their deck anymore. Go down and Ephemerate. Renewal seems great in this matchup too. Everything like seems pretty great. Can just make a lot of trims here. Maybe they have some graveyard hate. Maybe I just don't. Maybe Seagate Oracle is a little bit clunky, especially now that I have Dawnbringer Cleric. Negate and Dispel honestly just seem a little bit better than Counterspell. I can just go down to 1 Counterspell, 2 Counterspell, 2 Negate, 2 Dispel. Because I'm just going up many more counters. Just cut 1 Thraben as the last cut because there's not much else to cut. All right. 4 Dust to Dust is a lot. I think 3 Dawnbringer Cleric is plenty. Might even be too much, but I think the way they win is their enchant lands. So if I just continually kill those, then I'm good to go. This hand's great. Gotta watch out with our Chancery here because they have Cleansing Wildfire in their deck, but I can just wait on this as long as possible against Wildfire, which seems to be pretty good against it. We're going to keep. They mulligan to 6. I think this matchup should be pretty decent for us here. I could see bad matchups for us being like really fast decks, like maybe Burn might be a little bit rough the way we have it configured right now, but depending on what you're worried about, there's a lot of good options like Lone Missionary. You can main or sideboard that. There's just a lot of play to the deck depending on the meta. Okay, there's 1 artifact land. Let's get another one in there. I'm gonna just lead Tranquil Cove for sure. Renewal, solid draw. I'm probably gonna go Preordain plus cycle Ash Barrens on 2. Oh, they just almost passed their turn. I think they might be on. They're on their second main, so they might be good. Play an Evolving Wilds. I might not even be able to cast this on 3. Interesting. So that being the case, do I just leave up Counterspell or do I just play Renewal? I think I'm just gonna leave up Counter. Because if they go for like turn 3 Cleansing Wildfire on their own bridge, I think I just counter that. And if they don't do anything, I can cycle the Ash Barrens. Oh, if they play another artifact land, I am just gonna live it up with Dust to Dust here. I wonder if this card's worth anything at this point on Magic Online. I've had them in my collection since like a long time ago. Because you never know what's gonna be good in Pauper. Play another basic. They're not gonna play anything. Okay, well I'm fine with this too. I'm gonna cycle this. Get planes. So we won't have Counterspell up if we play Preordain, but now I can just play Preordain, play Renewal. Maybe find an island here as well. We don't. I mean, these cards are just so good. I think I'm fine to just top both. Just gonna play Renewal. Maybe we get comboed out, but again, I can't leave up Counterspell like every single turn. They don't have another land. Wow. I guess I'm down to evoke Mulldrifter and just use Renewal right now. I could also choose to not use Renewal, but I think I want to use it. Bring Mulldrifter back. Don't mind if I do. And we have to Chancery. We're going to have to discard multiple cards here, which sucks. I'm like so mad that I drew so many cards that I have to discard a lot of cards, but it is actually pretty bad. Let's discard cantrips plus Dispel, I guess. Dispel seems solid. They're not going to play anything here at all. I guess I could discard second Chancery because it's just so slow. Maybe just draw lands naturally. Just play another artifact land. Come on. Opponent just not doing anything. Cast down right now or something. Okay, there's Corrupted Zendikon. Sure. We have the Dawnbringer Cleric for that. I can just take 3. I think this is just their deck. I think it's just their plan. Yeah, I mean, this is just certainly not going to work out well for them. We just get to kill the enchantment, leave up Counterspell next turn. Late to Dinner is solid. That was a reason to discard like a fatty, but we didn't have it yet. So, all right, let's go. Let's see. Actually, I might want to tap differently. I might want to go Plains. No. Let's just play Plains. Play Cleric. Blow this up. Destroy target enchantment. We don't get to blow up the land, but that is fine. We have so many answers to their main lands now. 3 Journey, 3 Dawnbringer Cleric, 4 Dust to Dust. That is just maybe even too many answers, but it's obviously really good. I probably got a little greedy with the cards I kept, but I can always evoke Mulldrifter next turn. Night's Whisper. I think I'm down to just counter this. I just want to keep them stuck on mana. And if they do just naturally draw another artifact lane, they're going to play it and they're going to get wrecked. We even have Dispel backup for the Dust to Dust. Oh, nice. You love to see it. This will be a concession, I think. So, looks like we're likely going to get to move on to the 4-0 bracket here. Dispel up at this point. We can just hardcast a Mole Drifter next turn. We're actually pretty close to hardcast Soul of Migration as well if we want to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Mole Drifter with Dispel backup seems pretty solid. I am loving playing this deck, especially once we get more Stonehorns in the sideboard. Should help versus Chatterstorm. Just seems fantastic. Oh, Chainer's Edict. I actually like sacking a Mole Drifter. I can just late to dinner that if I want. Negate. Negate is great. Let's just go late to dinner the Mole Drifter here. Leave up Negate and or Dispel. Maybe draw another land. Nice. Now we have Dispel and Negate up. And then next turn, can hardcast Mole Drifter with counter up. And they're just on 3 lands. They got kind of screwed here, honestly, but I think this matchup is just so good for us. If they played like another like Corrupted Zendikon or something here, honestly, I'd just let it resolve at this point. And then just Dawnbringer Cleric the enchantment again. This card is just, it's not as impactful like against burn as something like Lone Missionary, because you only gain 2, or even a Ration Cleric, but obviously it's so much better than those cards. It's just so versatile. It just comes in so many different matchups. Okay, this is fine. I'm fine with the Dawnbringer Cleric in the graveyard as well. Just don't care about that at all. They have a good mana package in their deck as well, with like the Cleansing Wildfires. They can ramp. They have indestructible lands. It's all pretty strong. Just gain 3 life because it's basically free. And nice. There's Ephemerate. That's sweet. Attack for 2. Do I want to go Mole Drifter plus Ephemerate or Soul of Migration? I think I want to migrate. Just put a bunch of power into play is honestly better than drawing cards at this point, I think. I guess they can Wrath us, but it's obviously still pretty good. And then we have the Ephemerate coming back down next turn. Like if they go for Cleansing Wildfire, not Cleansing Wildfire, the Wrath that kills non-pirates, we can just counter it. I guess they could have counter backup, like a Dispel backup, but even then, that's probably beatable. We have another Mole Drifter in hand. They have to have Cannonade plus counter backup, otherwise, yeah, it's rough. Now I'll just Ephemerate the Mole Drifter, I think. Just draw more cards. They're going for Cast Down. I'll just Dispel that. Might as well fight at this point and just pull really, really far ahead on cards. They're only down to 3, so this has got to be Cast Down, right? Is this a Delve removal spell? What's going on? Oh, it's just a Cast Down. We even have the Negate. If we wanted to, we could fire off the Negate. Soul Migration doing work. There's just so much good synergy in this deck. Pretty sweet art. They're playing another removal spell and actually would just negate that, I think. They're not. Okay, well, there's Dust to Dust with negate backup, so looking great. And another Ephemerate is just nuts. This card's sweet. Just really got a lot better with the printing of these tap indestructible duels. Because of course everybody's going to play these. They're saying GG. GG opponent. Cool deck from our opponent, honestly. I could see a lot of decks like having trouble with something like this because you get good value from your cleansing wildfires. You build these artifact creatures. Yeah, it uses your mana, but you get extra mana from your cleansing wildfires, and then you get these indestructible creatures that are like just like so hard for normal decks to deal with. Like any deck just trying to play like lightning bolts or galvanic blasts or anything like that, like, or even just attack on the ground. Like all the creatures in this deck become indestructible creatures because you're building them out of these lands. So I could see it being really tough. But nice, 4-0. I would love a 5-0 with this deck. Show it off. It's honestly the first 4 matches I've played in a league with the deck. I played like 1 or 2 practice matches just to like find out if there was anything I immediately wanted to cut or not. But first league with the deck, going for the 5-0. Haven't played against Shatterstorm yet. Hope to dodge here, or better yet, hope to beat it. See you in round 5. All right, welcome back to the 5th and final round against One Ride. Would you like to play first? Yes, we would. And we'd like to snap keep this hand. Hopefully, hopefully we're not against Shatterstorm, but if we are, hopefully they don't have an early win, and then we can just start Stonehorning them. Let's see, what are we against? Bridge, it's Affinity, I love it. I love to see it. Okay, I think the line here is Cycle Ashbarrens for Plains, play Thraben. It's just the most efficient line. I mean, I guess I can just play Thraben, play Island, and then Cycle Ashbarrens later. I really can't talk. I guess this works better. It just disguises information a little bit more. So this is fine. No play next turn except Crack Clue. Gonna get Plains here for sure. And yeah, I don't hate the Affinity matchup with 4 Dust to Dust on the board. Any like deck that has a fair number of white lands, ooh, this is good. This is good. Has a decent post-board matchup against Affinity if you choose to put 4 Dust to Dust in your sideboard. Ooh, Ephemerate as well. I like that. I think I might as well crack right now. Let's go crack right now. There's a Ponder. Guess I'm down to play that. I don't need to have Ephemerate up here. Counterspell and Mole Drifter. Interesting, interesting. And Tranquil Cove. I think these are just definitely good enough. If they play a bunch of Mirror Enforcers, I can start running out these Stonehorns. Probably going to be tapping out, so I think Counterspell is what I want to draw last. Not really sure here, though. I mean, I'm fine playing against this rather than Shatterstorm for the 5-0, but still not easy, even with 4 Dust Dust. It's definitely losable still, especially game 1 gets a lot more tough. But again, this is looking good. Stonehorn actually pretty decent here. Gonna just bring in Hydroblast. And this card, I played against this in one of the practice rounds, and we don't have that many answers. We only have 3 Journey that we also need for like their Atogs and stuff. So this card is very good against this deck. If they go to tap our land, do we Ephemerate Thraben? I feel like we do. Oh, they just don't? That's weird. Now we just get to go Muldrifter Ephemerate. That was a huge mistake from them. They needed to stop on our upkeep and tap one of our lands. Okay, let's do it. Are we going to have to discard? We go down to 4 and draw up to 7? No. Okay. That is massive. Anytime the opponent like goes to 4 mana and then evokes Muldrifter, you're like, please don't have it. And they usually have it. And there's Journey. Nice. Looking good. Oh, we do have to discard 1 card. Because, yeah, I messed up there. But I mean, this is still fine. I can just discard, I guess, a Stonehorn Dignitary. Because we don't necessarily have time for that. I guess they can tap our creature here. Okay, sure. Maybe that's what they were waiting for. I want to keep both Journeys. Kind of want to keep both counters as well. And because I have Stonehorn plus Late to Dinner, I think this is the correct discard. They're not really threatening a huge attack yet, and if they are, like if they do this, I can just play either Stonehorn or Late to Dinner next turn. And they need to deal with this rebound too. Oh, they're tapping this. So I actually can't yet, but okay, sure. Resolves. They have 2 cards in hand. They're going to go for Gallop Blast. Kind of want to just counter this, so I'm going to. Drawing 2 here is fantastic, plus I get to keep my Mole Drifter around. They have another Gallop Blast. Oh, they're trying to find it, maybe. Nice. Okay, nice. And we even drew untapped land if we want to play it. And I think we do. I think we just journey one of the companions. I don't want to take 8. I guess I can chump one or both of them. I can journey to nowhere this creature, because once I start getting the Stonehorn train going, it's gonna be pretty good. And I can just chump 1, take 4. It seems fine. I'm gonna journey the tapper. And then I'm gonna chump 1, keep the Mole Drifter around. And if we ever draw Angelic Renewal, that's just going to be fantastic as well. Crack Witching Well, main phase. Great. Love to see that. 4, 5, 6, 7. If they play any more companions, that just doesn't matter. Let's just chump 1. Now we have access to all of our mana. Another thing is annoying, but I can just journey this as well. So I think I'm going to go play Stonehorn Dignitary, play Journey to Nowhere on this. Gotta watch out for a Tog plus Fling, obviously, but there's not that much I can do. They're skipping their next combat, but only 1 combat as of right now. And if we're able to steal game 1 here, that's going to be huge. Another Mirror Enforcer is totally fine. Now we have Counterspell as well, and there's Angelic Renewal. Great. Great, great, great. So, I have 4, 5, 6 mana. Why don't I just go Angelic Renewal plus Late to Dinner the Stonehorn, stop them from attacking, plus Chancery, and then next turn I can like evoke Soul of Migration with Counterspell up. I guess the other line, which might be better, is just Late to Dinner Stonehorn Dignitary, don't play Angelic Renewal, leave up Counterspell. I think that's better. It's Late to Dinner Stonehorn Dignitary. They skip their combat. Play Chancery, get back Ash Barrens. Attack for 2, pass the turn. Now, as of right now, we don't have any way to make them skip additional combats. But I think that's actually okay. Oh, I misclicked. They passed their turn too quickly. I meant to either crack food or cycle Ash Barrens or do something. Slight misclick from me. Not sure if it's going to end up mattering. Also, I can just like trip block one of these if I choose to. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8 mana potentially. So I think I like play Ash Barrens and then go Angelic Renewal into evoke Soul of Migration, still have Counterspell up. That's what I'm going to do. Renewal, evoke, make a bunch of stuff, and then I think it's just actually attack for 2 in the air here. Yes, I'm going to use the ability, because now I just have a huge board. And if they want to attack, I'm fine to chump with a Stonehorn, send 1 to the graveyard. Then future Late to Dinners I draw are great. Wow, they're just slamming with everything. Let's go block. Block, 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 block. So 1 removal spell on Soul of Migration or Bird is annoying, but Alternatively, I can just chump with that and keep all my flyers. I think I like going for this. If they want a Gallop Blast and like quote unquote 2-for-1 me, I can also counter that. I am out of gas pretty much at this point, but I have a ton of great draws. Even cantrips are fantastic, so still looking fine here. Need to find a Mnemonic Wall or another copy of Ephemerate. Temur Battle Rage on that. Let's just counter this. Good to know about Temur Battle Rage for sure, though. They have Dispel. A lot of times they play main deck Dispel. Wouldn't be surprised. We have this food token sitting around. Another Temur Battle Rage. Okay, they got us. So they hit for a couple extra damage. And we draw a counter. Counter doesn't actually do it. Play Chancery, bounce this, get another island. We're kind of behind at this point. We do need to draw something else. I guess I need to stay back and just like... Do I try to trip block another one? Yeah, I'm in trouble here. Wow. Maybe going for that block wasn't good. They only have one card left themselves. Do need to try to win the long game, I think. I don't want to keep the Mole Drifter in play. Let's just chump with our other two creatures. Or even take 8 here. Chump 1. I can gain 3 life with the food. Counter something. Double Temur Battle Rage. Wow. Wonder if they also have Fling. Just gonna chump one thing, take 8 here. Gonna crack food before damage. Alright, I go to 10. They have 2 cards in hand. Yep, easy counterspell. They have Dispel. Wow, their last 2 cards were a Tog Dispel. Alright, I really need to draw something good here. Man. Opponent's draw has been really good. Alright. We had the Ash Baron still. Because now a Mole Drifter drawing 2 lands just might not be good enough. I think I need to shuffle. It sucks. I think we're losing now. Man, I really thought we had this one. Have to chump a Tog, take 8. Jeez. Wow. Opponent's draw has been pretty solid too, but feels pretty bad. I thought we had this game locked up and then it just, the corner got turned on us. Wonder if I just played incorrectly here. Gotta go chump chump. I don't even think I have outs at this point, really. I guess late to dinner, get back Mole Drifter is a good start. Jeez. I can't even tap one of our creatures. All right. Could also even evoke this, get super greedy. That might be what I need to get out of this. I think I'm gonna go for that because casting Mole Drifter uses too much mana. And I just need to hit like an Ephemerate here, basically. We do it? No. We do hit late to dinner. Maybe I should have just cast. I guess late to dinner Stonehorn Dignitary is a way to get out of this as well. That buys us another turn. So let's lead with Seagate Oracle. And then I'm gonna, they're saying still no wall. Yeah, no wall. There's Ephemerate though. Okay, this can do it. This can do it because they have 0 cards in hand and no way to draw cards. So let's go draw the Ephemerate right now. Oh no! Oh no, another misclick. I really needed to take the ephemerate there. Brutal. I mean, I can still wait to dinner Stonehorn, but I wanted to ephemerate that Stonehorn. This might actually be better now that I think about it, because I can ponder looking for wall. So let's ponder. I mean, I knew I'd been waiting to concede to one. Okay, well, I'm gonna have it next turn, so I'll give him the smiley face because I'm gonna have the Stonehorn here. Maybe they don't have Fling. Um, no, I'm fine here. I'll just show them that I'm fine. By doing this, just draw it here. Stonehorn Dignitary. And then I can get back Ephemerate. Oh, is that not enough though? Because I can't Ephemerate again. So they skip one combat. Not sure if this is actually enough. Oh no, because I get back Ephemerate and then I Ephemerate Stonehorn. So now I have the lock. Actually, never mind. Don't know what I was talking about. Get back Ephemerate. I guess they could have. I guess I should have played this first. That was another mistake. Doesn't really matter, but now it's locked up, I think. So now I Ephemerate. I guess I can Ephemerate Mnemonic Wall, get late to dinner, cast late to dinner, getting back Stonehorn Dignitary. I don't know if I need to do that, but I think I will. If they kill anything, I have the. Maybe just. Oh, this is wrong. They have Dispel. All right, so we're dead. They can tap two things. They top decked Dispel. Brutal. Brutal. So if I went Mnemonic Wall, what if I couldn't play around Dispel? Mnemonic Wall, get back late to dinner. Then, yeah. And then we just died to Ceratark here. Damn, that sucks. Okay, they got us. They just need to attack. Oh man, I thought we were going to come back in that game. I guess we could have gone to 6. Then we only have one blocker. Yeah. I'm saying, they said insane game there. I said really great game there. Big swings. That was close. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So they have double Teamer Battle Rage. Do I want any like dispels? I don't think so. Okay, let's make some cuts. This is what I was doing before, right? I think I like this. Seagoat Oracle actually doesn't seem that great. Yes, it's carded. Oh, I was supposed to cut one late to dinner. Am I supposed to keep my Thrabins? Or keep my counterspell even? I like setting out at least one Soul of Migration, could set out another. I like setting out one of each Angelic Renewal, Late Dinner, and Ephemerate, just going down on that package a little bit. I guess I could side out Counterspell for Dispel, but maybe I just like keeping all the counterspells. Man, that game, I went from like thinking I can't lose to I can't win to I can't lose again, and then they drew the Dispel. Ah, we were so close to stabilizing. Just couldn't quite get there. They said not supposed to bring in Reaping the Graves here, right? First time playing Affinity. I think I think Reaping the Graves would be good because it's just hard for me to control the game forever and then them having Reaping the Graves. I think they should bring it in, but I'm not going to sideboard for them at this point. But I think they should bring it in. I don't know if it's correct, honestly, but I think this is where we want to be. Let's just dust to dust them. Can I draw the hate? Would you like to play first? Yes. I wonder if you even want 3 mnemonic wall. I have to keep this. I have mana and I can find dust to dust. They said considering you only have journey effects, I don't think so. But I have a lot of counter spells too. I think it is good, honestly. Let's just lead Tranquil Cove, and then we can go either Preordained Chancery on 2 or Preordained Tranquil Cove on 2, which is probably what I want to do in case I find Dust to Dust. Then I can Dust to Dust on turn 3 on the play, which is just backbreaking. Let's find Dust to Dust. Come on, Preordained, do your thing. Come on, it's like, come on, Preordain, you got this. Now's your time to shine. Love playing for the 5-0. All right, let's Preordain, and there we go. Let's go top, top, Cove, and this way I'll have double white for the Dust to Dust. Love it. Drawing Dust to Dust next turn. Absolutely fantastic. Ooh, do they not even have another land? That would be brutal. I'm still casting Dust to Dust, I think. Just take them off of lands entirely. Or they're just going to go tap land here. Oh, untap land, okay. I was just wrong altogether. Let's go. Bam. They have another land, okay. Late to dinner. Not good yet, but that is fine. Just bounce island. I don't need to gain another life. Just keep advancing our board. I really like these bounce lands as the game goes long. Just counter this. Just don't want them to get any value at all. We're not really doing anything yet. That's okay. We have 3 more Dust to Dust and we have Mnemonic Walls as well. Honestly, I can just Journey to Nowhere this. Save Hydroblast for other things, but I think I'm fine just to get this. They don't have that many red cards. This is mostly just for a TOG and TBR anyway. All right, let's get Plains. Stonehorn Dignitary. Might as well jam it. Pass. It's better just to have it in play. It's much cheaper. You can just counter this, honestly. They don't have blue mana right now. Being pretty aggressive with these counter spells, maybe too much so, but we'll see. I don't want them to get blue mana, and I don't want them to draw lands, so I think this is good. Yeah, they're just kind of stuck now. Giving us more time to find more Dust to Dust? No, not yet. And we're not doing anything yet, but that's okay. Maybe too aggressive with the counters. Who knows? Play a tap land, and do they play a Mirror Enforcer? It's like they're going to. Yep. Gonna journey that. Wow, mono Chanceries here, huh? We need to draw Mulldrifters or Cantrips here. Any of the above would be fine. And this is what I'm talking about. You can have really good hate for this matchup and certainly still lose. Prism resolves. We just have so much mana in play. Just need to draw, again, our cantrips and Mulldrifters at this point. All right, where's Dust to Dust? We need you now. Exile their blue lands. I guess they have this now too. Oh, they're just still like functioning through Dust to Dust. I mean, I guess that's all we really did. We're not really doing anything else. Okay. They only have 2 cards left, but they have triple Witching Well in play. So our time is limited. Mole Drifters into Ephemerates are great. Angelic Renewal is our worst draw in the deck. Evoke Creatures are, yeah, both really good draws. We have 6 of those. Dust to Dust is still a great draw. Crack Witching Well right now, sure. They go up to 5 cards. There's Mirror Enforcer. And there's Soul of Migration, okay. I think we're just casting that. Just cast. Pass the turn. They're at 16. We have 4 Power Flyer in play, plus a Late to Dinner in hand. They're going to play a Tog? No. Prism. Got it. Now it's at the point where I can't even really kill their lands with Dust to Dust anymore. Probably want to like get their Witching Wells. There's a Tog, okay. So Fling is brutal. I mean, I can block with Soul of Migration and then Late to Dinner it, just for value. I can also Stonehorn Dignitary to stop them from attacking next turn, which might be the line, so I don't die to TBR. I think that is the line. Yep. I can attack for 4 in the air, stop them from attacking for a turn, and then try to draw a Mnemonic Wall. I have so many good draws. There it is, nice. So I think I want a Late to Dinner, Stonehorn Dignitary to start. I don't want to take too much time as well, but I have so much mana, which is good. Late to Dinner, Stonehorn. They skip their combat. And then Mnemonic Wall. I guess I'm just getting back Late to Dinner here, so I have like an inevitable loop, kind of. I could also get back Hydroblast to kill a Tog right now. I can also get back Dust to Dust. I have a lot of good options, honestly. Getting back Counterspell is really not bad. If I get back Late to Dinner and they have TBR, I could certainly just die next turn still, because nothing's going to the graveyard as of right now. But if I get Hydroblast, they could easily have Dispel. What if I just get Counterspell? Then I can just counter a TBR. I guess then I still lose to TBR plus Dispel. I guess, again, they're not attacking this turn. Hydroblast killing a Tog right now, if they don't have exactly Dispel, feels pretty safe. It's pretty close. Because Counterspell, again, doesn't... Late to Dinner is just such good value as far as looping, but I don't have any like way to like put my creatures into the graveyard, so I don't really want to take that. I need to make a decision because of time. So I think I'm just taking counter. All right, they have Galvanic Blast for Mnemonic Wall. Sure. Obviously, if I took Late to Dinner, they wouldn't do that. Attack in the air, and we do have plenty of time. Not gonna crack food even end of turn because like they could fling me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that is 23 damage. Okay. I only have 1 card left. So they can't have Fling plus Dispel right now. They skip their combat. They could have Fling still though, certainly. They're sacking their stars with the Tog, makes sense. It's kind of free. Thoughtcast. Could just counter this. I think I'm going to. Need to fight the card advantage battle here, I think. They have Dispel. Okay, well, they had the Dispel. Maybe they didn't earlier, but they probably did. Companion, sure. That is brutal. That is brutal. Just going to keep that in hand. An attack in the air. I'm wishing I got back late to dinner at this point, but who knows if that would have worked out. They're at 8. So I have a 2-turn clock, so I just need to not die, which is not that easy. Only found 1 dust to dust this game, so yeah, that might not be good enough. TBR kills us. Don't do it. Oh no. They might just be killing the Stonehorn. Wait to dinner or mnemonic wall off the top. Let's go. Counterspell. Fuck. Now I have to chump a tog again. Brutal. So I can attack for 3 in the air, take 8, chump a tog. It's not looking great. Should have just gotten back late to dinner. I was just too scared of TBR, I guess. Crack Witching Well. Those Witching Wells have been so good in this matchup. Oh man, this is brutal. I think I'm going to let this resolve. Let that resolve too. I need to find a way to get a Stonehorn Dignitary back into play, obviously, at this point. I need to chump a tog as well where I die. So really need to just find a way to put Stonehorn back into play right here. Huh? I can't sweat for too long because of my clock. Let's go. No. Fuck. So I can go chump, chump, lose. They're just going to attack with everything. Damn. GG's, opponent. They said, I think I jumped the gun on that last Dispel. Well, we didn't draw well enough in the last couple draw steps. Drawing land to counterspell land is not what we needed. I don't think they needed to dispel the thought on the Thoughtcast. I don't have any outs at this point. Nice friendly opponent. But yeah, we weren't able to get there. Damn. Didn't get the 5-0 with the new brew, but 4-1, not bad. Yeah, but I have double Pyro, Dispel in hand. I could have played better. Oh, well. I mean, they might have just drawn a lot of stuff on their last turn. GG's. They got us. That deck is still really, really good. But yeah, I still really like this deck. All right, let's go to the deck right here. This is what we ran through this league. And kind of as I was playing, especially the first game, and just thinking about the deck, this is kind of where we came to. So let's delete this and have this be the deck. I think calling it blue light reanimator is a little greedy. It's not really reanimator at all. Let's go to properties. I don't want the 2 on there. Stonehorn just proving to be such an important piece, especially against decks that can't really deal with it, and against Chatterstorm. I think we're going to want to go up to 4. I don't think there's really room for more hate, for more dust to dust. The sideboard seems pretty tight at this point. Negate and Dispel both seem like good cards to have. Um, as far as the main deck, I actually like the triple chancery. Just getting up to a massive amount of mana later in the game seems strong. Um, I wonder if Custody Squire is even going to be good. I mean, this can also return creatures to play to your hand, which is nice. So just having this plus these plus late to dinners seems pretty strong. I mean, we can even go down like one late to dinner slash angelic renewal, but if we're going on like the Moldrifter Soul of Migration plan, the angelic renewal plan also seems pretty good at just like turn 2 renewal, turn 3 Moldrifter, which we were able to hit once, and then that won us the game on a multi 5 because we were able to just draw 4 cards, have a 2/2 flying in play, which was good enough. We are down to 2 counterspell now as well. I wonder if we just want 2 Soul of Migration. This card was good at like getting us a finisher, but we don't really need that many finishers, because I think it's more important to like establish the lock than anything else. So this is probably what we would do. Yeah, this is probably what I would run for the next league. I actually really do like this deck, and I think it can hang in this meta. Being white, giving you access to Dust, makes your affinity matchup better. And I haven't played against Shatterstorm. The matchup is going to be bad, absolutely. But versus all the other decks, I think your matchup is going to be decent. Maybe you need even more hate in the sideboard, but this is, I think, is realistically a better deck post Chatterstorm ban. I wouldn't really recommend like bringing this to a challenge where you can expect to play against Chatterstorm in almost 1 out of 3 matches. I don't think you're going to want to bring this list with this 4 angelic renewal list to that deck. I felt pretty unlucky, honestly, in the last matchup against Affinity, not because we didn't find our hate, but because we didn't really find our card advantage. Like, we didn't have any renewals or Mole Drifters to really like start drawing a bunch of cards like we did in all the other matches that you saw. But this was a really fun league. I had a great time in this Pauper league because, again, we didn't play against Shatterstorm, didn't get wrecked by it. I'm just hoping for bans. I saw somebody saying that there could be an announcement on the 11th, so hopefully that's the case. But had a great time. If you liked this league, which how could you not? This league was honestly fucking sick. So subscribe to the channel. You can do so down below. It's the best way to support me. Thank you so much for doing so, and I'll see you in the next league. Thanks so much. Till next time. Peace.